Ethiopian military has captured a senior officer of Tigray military. That is being reported by the military-backed sources, Ethiopian military-backed sources. Who is this Tigray military commander who has been arrested? Secondly, tensions escalating between Sudan and the UAE, which could lead to a continuation of war in Sudan. Let's start with the story about Sudan UAE tensions. UAE has stopped all Sudanese flights from landing in the UAE. Even the Sudanese planes, which are already in the UAE, they are not being allowed to take off from any airport in Sudan, any airport in the UAE, showing a sudden escalation of tensions between the two countries. You know that United Arab Emirates has been supporting Rapid Support Forces, RSF, of Hamdan Dagalo since the start of civil war in Sudan 2 years ago. Egypt, Eritrea, some other countries support Al-Burhan's military. UAE and Ethiopia support RSF chief Hamdan Dagalo. UAE is practically involved in this war. It is providing weapons, providing now manpower to RSF. With the presence of Colombian fighters is being confirmed in Sudan. Colombian mercenaries have been hired by the UAE government. UAE has been conducting recruitments in Somalia to deploy Somali soldiers to fight on the side of RSF against Al-Burhan's government. Al-Burhan's military carried out a strike on a plane in Yala, Darfur 2 days ago. A plane of the United Arab Emirates was targeted, it was destroyed, and reportedly dozens of mercenaries were also killed in this attack. Sudanese military claims that the plane had Colombian mercenaries on board when it was landing at Nayala airport in Darfur. That is why Sudanese military conducted an airstrike, and that plane was destroyed, killing dozens of Colombian mercenaries. Now, UAE is definitely up in the arms, and it has banned all Sudanese flights from leaving or landing at airports in the UAE. That last time when Sudan's military carried out a strike on UAE officers in Darfur, after that UAE conducted a series of drone strikes in Port Sudan, and Sudan's military had to relocate its military planes to Asmara, Eritrea. Again, I think UAE will hit back. We could see intensity in fighting between RSF and Sudan's military in coming days, and we could see more drone strikes, airstrikes on Sudan's military in Khartoum and Port Sudan in coming days. Back to main news story, viewers. Ethiopian military-backed sources are claiming that a senior officer of Tigray military has been arrested. Why was he arrested? Who is he? And will Tigray government raise this issue with the federal government? Can Ethiopian National Defense Force arrest an officer of Tigray military? What are the charges against the officer? Well, the name of the officer is Vedi Mesfin. Vedi Mesfin is one of senior commanders of Tigray military. Ethiopian military-backed sources are claiming that Vedi Mesfin was trying to enter Sudan from Ethiopia. That Ethiopian intelligence agency received intelligence about the movement of Vedi Mesfin illegal movement across Ethiopian border into Sudan. Where the Masman had no travel documents, no visa, no other required documents for this travel. That is why he was arrested reportedly while trying to cross Sudanese border, trying to enter Sudan. Why was he entering Sudan? Reportedly, he was trying to enter Sudan through the Amhara region because Western Tigray, Humera Volkai, Sagade is not safe for the movement of Tigray military officers. ENDF deployed there. Colonel Demak Zadus, Tech is the guards deployed there. So, Tigray military officers generally they move to Sudan through Eritrea. But it seems that Vedi Mesfin tried to adopt the route through the Amhara region of Ethiopia. Why was he arrested and why was he going to Sudan? The Ethiopian military-backed sources claim that Vedi Mesfin was trying to enter Sudan to organize Army 70. Army 70 is the wing of Tigray military which is being organized on Sudanese soil, and Tigray authorities intend to use Army 70 soldiers to take back Volkayet. They want a multi-pronged attack on Volkayet to push the Ethiopian National Defense Force and Amhara militias out of Volkayet. That is why they have been raising this militia, this Army 70 group on Sudanese soil, which has been fighting on the side of Al-Burhan's military against RSF. Ethiopian intelligence agency, if you remember, its chief Ridwan Hussein visited Port Sudan a few weeks ago, accompanied by Getachew, the former Tigray president, and Ridwan Hussein raised the issue of the presence of Tigray Army 70 on Sudanese soil in the meeting with General Abdul Fattah al-Burhan, and Ethiopian intelligence agency asked Sudanese authorities to take action on Ethiopian armed groups operating on Sudanese soil. Al-Burhan did not give any commitment, but Ethiopian intelligence agency then expanded its operations across the border to ensure that Tigray military Army 70 is not allowed to organize itself close to Sudan, Amhara, Sudan, Western Tigray border. So the operation, it seems, was based on intelligence. I did a video a few days ago. I gave you information about the defection of several ENDF soldiers, Tigrinya-speaking ENDF soldiers defected. They joined Army 70 and they defected through Matimma border crossing, reportedly. Armed, they just entered Sudan, they joined Army 70. General Vedi Mesfin was also using the same route through Matimma, according to some sources. Tigray military is silent, no statement from Fisseha Kidano led Tigray Peace and Security Bureau. We're waiting for the statement. What is Tigray military's official statement? Who is Vedi Mesfin? What was he doing on Amhara Sudan border? Why was he trying to enter Sudan? Did he have all the required documents? And was he entering Sudan to organize Army 70? Let's see. We have got one version of the story, and that is from the Prosperity Party-backed sources side. We're waiting for Tigray government to speak, Tigray military to speak, and once they issue a statement rejecting or confirming the development, we'll update you in coming videos. Thank you for watching.